Hey beautiful people, it's me Davy Baby and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. Please take 2 seconds to go ahead and click the subscribe and notification buttons down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. So I usually don't do videos like this where I just literally just sit and talk, like in general just talk. Like I'm usually talking about a product that I'm reviewing or like I'm giving some type of haul or something like that. But today I think I'm literally just gonna talk. I'm just gonna chit chat, you know? Let's just see how that goes, how this rolls into. I just wanted to talk about like a bunch of different things. This is gonna be like a brain dump, I guess you can say, which ties into things later as to why I'm getting into brain dump. So today I actually went to Starbucks, even before I went to Starbucks. So I went to like a park. I don't want to say a park, but like a lot of grass because I wanted to just like chill. I wanted to unwind and get some things done while also just being in nature and just chilling and enjoying myself because I feel like I haven't been outside like that. And I'm like, you know, get me some vitamin D, start off the day right. It's a Monday, you know, it's just gonna feel like so good. Y'all, tell me what, the grass is still wet. You know, the dew was still on the grass. It was cloudy today. It wasn't much sun when I went out this morning, and I was just like, oh, okay, you know, it's not that bad. It's okay. We can still enjoy the day, find something, you know, can still find something to make the day worthwhile. Like it doesn't have to end here, right? So I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna sit in the grass. I'm not gonna chill in the grass. I'm gonna go to the Starbucks nearby and just like, you know, buy. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I'm just gonna like edit, you know, get some things done, enjoy the day, journal. Like that's something I really wanted to get back into because a couple months ago I used to journal a lot more and I felt like that was a very good way of me to like put my thoughts onto paper and just express myself even though it wasn't coming to other people. I feel like I had a lot more release when I did journal. Now I'm just like constantly on go, and I just want to take 2 seconds to just sit down and journal. And I really did appreciate that time that I had today. Like, it wasn't that long, but it felt good. It felt really good to just put things on paper. I didn't put everything on paper because I feel like there was so much that I would have to put on paper because I feel like I haven't journaled since like January. We're like in May right now. So I have a bunch of things I just wanted to talk about. Like, I'm just gonna talk. Like I said, I'm just gonna talk. Where will this go? I don't know. I have some ideas of what I want to talk about, but we'll just see. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about was me feeling like I had to journal. Like I'm like, dang, I think I have to get back to this. Because lately, y'all, I've been feeling tired. I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's because I'm finally like winding down from when it came to like my wedding and planning and everything. It was like, do this. Like I was always on go, or like when I was trying to put videos out, as you guys know, I'm trying to be super consistent when it comes to YouTube. And your girl be struggling because I be tired. I don't know if y'all see it, but I be tired trying to be consistent. And it's just the work. Like I love doing YouTube. I love creating content. I love sharing my opinions with you guys and sharing content with you guys. But you know, it's the logistics, the back end logistics when it comes to making the content. Has me pooped. It has me pooped. One thing I've been realizing that lately I've been extremely tired. Like it's really weird. Like I can get 10 hours of sleep and still feel like dang, like I'm still exhausted. I don't know why. And I've just gathered that I don't know what it is. I made a doctor's appointment because it's like maybe my iron has gotten to that point. It's gotten to the point where it's so low. It's like, yeah, you can't play with this before. Because they told me like, you're like, girl, you borderline anemic. It's like, girl, it's borderline. Like, if I don't gotta take the iron pills, then I'm fine. I might have to start taking those iron pills because I think I'm getting to that age where I can't play anymore. Like, YouTube videos are coming up on my recommended, and people are talking about like gut health and stuff like that. I'm on my gut health. I'm like, girl, you should be concerned about that, but it's like, you know, it's not your time to be like overly concerned. I think it's my time to be overly concerned. And I say that because like, I'm just thinking back on my youth. And it's crazy to me because I feel like there was a time where I wasn't lactose intolerant. You know, cheese didn't do anything to me. Dairy didn't do anything to me. I was eating ice cream like it was nothing. Now it's like, do I want to risk this macaroni and cheese? You know, I'm always gonna say yes, but it's like now I know there's a consequence to me eating the macaroni and cheese. So it's stuff like that. Or like, you know, the other day I went and got pizza, and I'm a spicy gal. I'm a spicy gal. I like spice on my stuff. So, you know, I put jalapenos on it. I put spicy marinara on it. I put those red chili flakes on it. I paid for it. I most definitely paid for it the next day, dying the next day. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm at that age where, you know, my reflex, acid reflux, whatever those people be talking about, is done. It's done. Our body can't handle it, things the way we used to. Back in the day, like I think about me in like high school, middle school, girl, I was so active. I was doing everything under the sun. Oh, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, be at bed by 11, and it was nothing. I was doing every sport, every activity, after school activity, and didn't need a nap. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie, I took naps back then. But then I was still getting stuff done. Like once I took my nap, I'm good. Now, girl, I get 10 hours of sleep. I'm praying for a Saturday break. Like that was another thing. Like Saturday, I sleep in now. Back then, dance practice at 9 a.m. I'm already there, no problem. So I'm like, what happened? What happened to me? Like, and I'm like, you know, maybe I'm like thinking I should still be able to do this. I don't think I'm taking care of myself the way that I should. And it's funny because I'm always on here talking about how I'm working my health journey. It's like back last year, I think like around this time last year, I was really good when it came to my health journey and things like that. Like I was exercising regularly, I was eating so much better, but the one thing I felt like is that the way I was doing things last year was not something that was maintainable. So that's probably why I feel like I crashed and I'm not where I need to be right now. Like y'all, I was working out every day, 5 days a week, like 5 times a week, only rest on the weekends, and even then I wasn't drinking. Then again, I'm not a heavy drinker. I'm a lightweight. Like it's not even funny, y'all. Like one mojito in, your girl's out. Because I'm thankful for my liver. My liver does what it needs to do. It keeps me afloat. You know, I'm not buzzed off. And I save money on drinks because I'm a lightweight. I don't need 4,000 shots to feel a little buzz. It's like, nah, girl, one little pina colada mojito and I'm good. So, yeah. I really want to be more mindful of my body, like my gut health, exercising, just sleep, and I don't know, like I just feel like I'm not where I need to be. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm now almost 25. Yeah, I'm almost 25. That's why I'm so shocked that this is happening. Like I see the memes and the jokes about, oh, your knees give out, oh, your stomach this, da da da, when you're 30. But I'm like, they don't tell you about this when you're about to be 25, y'all. Like I don't know if I'm just peaking. Like I'm not supposed to be acting like this and my body's just acting like this, or if it's like, yeah, they just don't tell you, you know? So I actually have I'm taking like small steps into trying to better my health and just better myself and feeling better inside and out. So one thing I've been doing like for the past week, it's not a big thing, I haven't been doing it long, but I've been taking vitamins. For me, that's a big deal because I always hated the idea of taking vitamins because I felt like they were not beneficial to me. Like whenever I took vitamins, I felt like, oh, it's making me hungry, or it's making me bloated, it's making me this, and I'm like, you know what, girl, like when I used to take iron pills to see if my hay would help me, I'm like, no, now my tummy hurts, now I'm backed up. It's like, I think I just gotta do it. I just gotta do it. I'm trying to eat more oatmeal. I know it sounds so girl what? It's like I'm trying to eat more oatmeal. If you don't know, I hate foods that have too much texture. Like oatmeal, I can't stand oatmeal because it's so mushy. It makes me wanna, it's gross. It's like, and it's like, oh, girl, grow up. It's like, no, y'all, I've hated oatmeal basically since birth. Like, there was a time I couldn't even eat pudding because I felt like the texture was just not it. So what I try to do now is bake the oatmeal. I found a couple of recipes online on Pinterest, on TikTok, of people baking oatmeal, and it's like, it's still kind of, it's basically the same thing. Like it becomes like a cake consistency. So, and it's not, I don't think there's much of a caloric calorie difference, whatever you want to say, and it's still gonna be beneficial to you. I'm still trying to get in the process of eating it, because although there's the texture, like we've gotten through the texture thing, now we're trying to get through the taste, because it's weird. I like granola, and I like granola made with oats, but oats on its own just never made sense to me. Like, it was the texture, it was the smell, it was the taste, but we're getting there. We're trying to get to the point of adulthood where like taste doesn't matter. I'm still at the age where I'm always gonna ask for a pack of Starburst when I go to the gas station. My teeth are paying for it, but that's just where I am. And I feel like the weirdest thing about this health journey is, for me, like, understanding where I'm at, like, where's the balance, where's the moderation, and me trying to understand my body and be like, okay, maybe it's because I ate bad this week, or maybe it's like, hey, I had a lot going on this week and I'm stressed, that's why things are the way they are. Or it's like, girl, you're just at that age where it all just starts coming down. Like I said, I'm not working out regularly, but I want to get back on top of that. Literally last week, I went to the gym for 15 minutes and got on the treadmill. Some people will be like, that's stupid as hell, but I'm like, that's progress. Because there was a very long period of time where I was just not in the gym, period. So, judge me if you want to, but we're making progress. Like, soon, one goal I do have is to squat 2 plates. But like, when I say squat, I mean like booty touching the ground type squat. Like, I don't know how to show you guys, but there was like this video and I saw people doing it. I'm like, I've never had my squat get that low. That's what I want. I also want to work on my mobility. Like, I've been seeing all these videos on TikTok talking about mobility, which is basically like another form of flexibility. And I think about it, I'm like, dang, like 4 years ago, bending. I was bending. I was all over the place. But now I'm just like, ooh, my back hurt when I wake up. My knee, it hurts a little if I stand too long. So what's that mean? You know, my feet hurting a little. If y'all didn't know, I'm flat, but my feet hurting a little too much. A little too much. So I'm like, hey, maybe I need to take better care of myself. Like, I really do need to take better care of myself. And I feel like it's gonna be a process. I'm not gonna lie, like, there's several things when it comes to taking better care of yourself, being more mindful of your health. I just don't know where to start, so I'm gonna just do whatever, okay? Like I said, we started with vitamins. Next, we gotta start with eating better. And then we gotta start with being active. And then we gotta start with getting, I don't know if it's 8 hours of sleep. I know they say like 8 is the average, but I'm like, what if I'm the person outside of the average? Like, what if I'm the person who needs 10? Like, I want to be the person who needs 6. I don't want to be the person who needs 10, you know? But I just gotta figure that out. Maybe it's just because I'm not doing right by my body. Also, and like, something in my mind I need to talk about. Go to the doctor, y'all. I've scheduled appointments just to get some blood work, you know, to see what the iron is looking like. Because especially black women, please check your iron. Because it's too often I'm hearing it's like, yeah, I'm anemic, girl. Like, if you're like me, if you're an ice muncher, you like to eat ice, and you know what I mean. Like, you girls know, like, Costco ice, Racetrack ice, Chick-fil-A ice, you know the different type of ices. Go get your iron levels checked. Go get your hemoglobin checked, because there could be something wrong over there. I haven't done blood work in like over a year, so I know I'm due. And I feel like they're gonna tell me something that's like, yeah, baby, you need these iron pills. It's done. It's done. You're done. Because the way I'm so tired don't even make sense, y'all. It does not make sense. And the reason it's been a big deal for me on how tired I've been, like, I feel like it's gotten to the point where it's affecting my content, because I am so tired. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, when it comes to my content, I don't like starting things late. Like, I can't just do the... Like, that's when I feel super productive, but at the same time, that's when I feel the least productive, because the sun is gone. Like, I don't like being outside too much if it's a little too dark, you know? So it's like, obviously, I'd probably have to work on things during the day, earlier in the day. But if I'm tired, I can't find the will to get out the bed, I promise y'all I'm not depressed. I promise y'all it is not depression. I promise y'all I'm just sleepy. But I'm like, why am I so sleepy? Why am I always so sleepy? So I'm like, okay, that's what's got me thinking, it's like I should probably go check my iron levels, because there's no reason for me to be this tired. And also it's like I need to get back into the gym because I should have energy. I need to eat better because my food should be providing me energy. And that doesn't necessarily mean like y'all gotta eat rabbit food all day, because I know darn well I'm not gonna eat rabbit food all day, because that's what I used to do. And it worked for a couple of months, and then finally I had like one drink of alcohol, one little piece of chocolate, one little piece of cake, and then boom, I'm 20 pounds back. Trying to find like the point of moderation. Like, you can enjoy yourself, don't completely indulge yourself. Like, you need to know how to discipline yourself, and that's one thing I'm struggling with, because I love a good sweet. I love, like, I've gotten to the point, and it's funny because I wasn't always like this. I don't know when I got like this, but now I'm at that point where I'm like, I have my meal and I'm like, okay, I finished my meal, now let me go get something sweet. That's not okay. And I know it's not okay, but I don't know how I got like this, and it's so sad. But I'm like, I don't realize it until afterwards when I'm like overindulging myself, and I'm like, dang, I feel like crap. Oh my God, why did I eat that? And then you finally digest, and then you gotta go take a nap. You gotta go sleep. And it's like, that's not how life is supposed to work. You're not supposed to feel overly tired after you eat. Like, I don't even think you're really supposed to feel tired. Like, you might feel a little work in your stomach. Like, I don't even want to say discomfort, like some work in your stomach, but you're not supposed to feel overly tired, like you need to go to sleep. That means you overate, or whatever you ate just wasn't the best for your body. And I feel like the only way I'm gonna probably eat better is for me to stop eating out, because I eat out a lot. Like, not even only going out with friends, like I just eat out in general. Like, I hate the idea of cooking. If you guys haven't picked that up yet, I do not like cooking. I do it because I have to. I try to make it fun. Like, when I was doing like the Hello Fresh meals, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. And those salads, bomb. Pastas, bomb. But outside of that, like when I gotta figure out what I'm gonna cook and I have to prep, that's the problem. I don't like prepping. I don't like having to figure out what I need to do. So that's why I tend to failing. But I have to. And I think that's part of this thing of adulthood, is just realizing you gotta do stuff you don't like to do. You have to do stuff you don't like to do. That's just what it is. You could pay somebody to do it, or you're gonna do it yourself and just have to, but it has to get done. And then tying that into when it comes to like I said, I feel like me being tired and stuff has affected my content and me doing what I want to do and the amount of stuff I put out. And it's like, there was a time I was like, for 2 seconds, I'm like, should I quit YouTube? Because, you know, right now YouTube doesn't pay my bills. It's literally just doing it for fun, just doing it for pleasure, putting out whatever I want to put out. So I'm like, should I just quit, you know? And it's like, also I was at that phase, like, I'm like, So, okay, I saw, this is random, but I saw this post on TikTok, and it's like, oh, a mid-20 crisis. Like, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this girl's saying that a lot of her friends are going through a mid-20 crisis. I'm like, what the heck is a mid-20 crisis? Where everybody wants to go back to school. Now, I'm not saying you have to be in a crisis to want to go back to school, but I feel like I understood what she meant, because it's like, you're so used to the routine of life where back in high school, middle school, all that stuff, you do X, Y, Z, like you know what comes next. So once you graduate out of college, graduate out of high school, you have this, I don't want to necessarily say emptiness, but you have this place of, dang, you don't know what to do next because life was already planned, this is what you do next. Once you graduate, you a fish in a big pond, like you're in the ocean. You gotta just make it work, do what you gotta do, hope something works, you know? So I find it funny that a lot of people went back to school. Now, just because people went back to school doesn't mean they're completely lost. Like, I genuinely do believe like school is meant for some people. That is what you need, especially if you're working in STEM. I feel like you need to be in school. That is how you learn. That's the best thing for you to do. Some people go to school with the intention because they just don't know. And that's where, I don't want to say that's where I was, because I've already got my master's. I don't know if y'all knew that, but you know, me a smart girl, okay, I'm very smart. And I got my master's, and I thought about going back to school, but I realized the only reason I'd probably go back to school is because, one, I like the routine of school. Like, I know a lot of people hate it, but I like the idea of knowing this is when I do this does this, da, da, da. You have a schedule. Like, school gives you a schedule. That's just the kind of person I need a schedule. And two, I just want to prove that I can do it. Like, I thought about going back to school for engineering, and I was like, I know deep in my heart I don't care about engineering. I just want to prove to myself that I know I can get an engineering degree and work in engineering and say I work in engineering. But do I care for it? No. Now, who's to say a year from now, 6 months from now, 2 weeks from now, I'll change my mind. But presently, that's not who I am. And also, like, it's a lot of things. You feel the pressure coming from your friends, and it's not a bad thing. Like, your friend's success should motivate you to be successful on your own. Like, you don't want people who are gonna keep you down. You want to be motivated by the people who are around you in your circle. That's what they're there for. But I've seen it. Like, some friends went back to school, and you're like, oh, I wish I could do this. Like, I know I can do it. I'm at a point where I have to tell myself, you know you have the capability to do X, Y, Z, but it's a matter of, do you actually want to do X, Y, Z? Do you want to, or are you gonna waste your time just to say that you could do it, you know? And there's some things I know I care for, some things I know I don't care for. Why put myself in a place for something I don't care for just to say that I can't do it? I know I can do it. I'm dating. And it's not something that's arrogant, but it's like, I've just had to tell myself that, like, look at how far you've come. Look at you now. It's like, you could do whatever you want to do, but it's like, do you want to do it? So I commend my friends who've gotten more degrees, who've done work without even getting degrees, built things without degrees, just doing everything that they want to do, and it works for them. I love seeing my friends successful. But just because they're successful in X doesn't mean I need to be successful in X, you know? I'm sure I can do X if I wanted to do X. I don't want to do X. So at this phase, as of today, I don't see myself going back to, like, university. Let me not say never going back to school, because I feel like you can always learn things. I love the idea of learning things, but am I gonna use it, you know? Like, I always want to learn the most random things. I want to learn how to make a rug, but that's something, I don't think that's something I'm gonna care to do long term. I want to learn how to crochet. Don't think that's something I'm gonna learn long term. I want to learn how to code, just to say I know how to code and get some money off coding. But then I know, given a while, I'll be like, dang, this isn't fun. I don't want to do this anymore. So why do it, you know? I truly do find pleasure in making content and just sharing my opinions on YouTube. Like, you guys don't understand. It's nice to hear that people appreciate what I have to say. And especially when it comes to makeup, beauty, and as a Black woman, a person of color, I'm able to provide a space where people feel comfortable, open, asking questions. Like, I feel like beauty is, like, it's not hard, but if you don't know, you don't know. Like, you don't know what you're gonna learn, you don't know what questions to ask. And I feel like it's a trial and error, and I'm like, why does everybody gotta make the trial and the error? Like, if somebody knows, why can't I tell you? Why can't I put you on? Like, I know it doesn't make sense to put a concealer on your face that's 12 shades lighter. A beginner's not gonna know that, you know? So I love the fact that I'm able to educate people, and just, like, things that I love, I can genuinely talk about. Now, does that mean I'm gonna be heard on all masses? No. Is everybody gonna listen to me? They don't have to. But I'm glad that I have a place where I can just share it. As of today, I know I have over 500 subscribers, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you for supporting me and watching me and just, like, bouncing back off. Because, like, it's one thing when you're on YouTube, you're just talking, but it's like when you have people who are in the comments and you're genuinely having, like, conversation and just sharing opinions, it's a wonderful feeling. It's like having a virtual friend, like my own little pen pal, you know? Pen pal, e-pal, I think that's what they're called. So it's like social, it is social media. It's literally a social site, but I don't think it's giving the same vibes as Instagram and stuff. But it's like, it's still that social site. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting me, for enjoying the content and sharing your opinion on my content. And I want to keep going, you know. I know I thought about quitting for 2 seconds, but I'm like, girl, you just tired. Like, literally, I'm just tired. Go take a nap. Go take a nap. And let's redo this. And it's funny because I was actually watching a video from the YouTuber Casey Aaliyah. Actually, it's not from her Casey Aaliyah page. She has 2 pages. Her and her Process YouTube channel. I was watching her latest video, and she was saying how she was trying to create this piece of content and she was exhausted and she needed an extension on it. And in the process of her trying to do the content, she got so tired, she just went to bed. She's like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And that became one of the best pieces of work that she ever created. She's like, what if she had pushed herself the night before to just do the content? Like, the content can be done. It's just not gonna be your best work. And I felt that too many times in doing content. Too many times in doing content where I feel like I'll push it just to push it. And I'm like, I don't have to push it. And I feel like I know I can do better work if I just allow myself to rest and then create the content I want to create. And that's where I want to be more like in this point where I'm making content that isn't rushed. It feels more natural. It feels like this is what I want it to look like. I hope you guys can appreciate that content, you know. I feel like it looks a lot better. I know it looks, let me not say I feel like, I know it looks a lot better in my eyes. Maybe others might not see it, and that's okay. That is okay. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Like today, for instance, I was trying to show you guys, like, just talk to you about like my journaling and everything, and I felt like it was just not flowing today. I went to Starbucks. High traffic at Starbucks. Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk, honk outside. Like, I like to be outside when I'm at Starbucks. Honk, honk, honk. Why am I going like this? Honk, honk, honk. Honk, 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 honk. Everybody in their car today. People are trying to talk to me, and it's like, hey, sometimes I'm just not a sociable person, and that's okay. I literally felt like I had to, because there's this person, I brought my camera, and I don't tell everybody that I make YouTube videos because I just feel like I don't care to. So he basically thought I was a photographer, and he's like, oh, snap me up real quick, snap me up. I was like, oh, I'm a rapper, and it's like, okay. And I'm the kind of person, I do not like tension. I don't like telling people no, it's a bad habit. But he's like, oh, you said you were, I told him I'm basically practicing my photography. I'm lying, y'all. And he's like, oh, you need to practice, set me up. I'm a rapper, set me up, take some pictures, we can practice right now. I'm like, oh, no, I'm gonna practice later. He's like, oh, for sure, let me take your number so we can practice later. And I'm like, oh, God. That's what y'all get for lying. And it's like, I just went home. Like, I felt like my day was too shifted, so I went home. I was supposed to go to the gym today, but I'm not in the gym mood yet. I'm gonna go to the gym because this is weird, and I know it kind of goes against what I just said, but I've learned that you have to push yourself to do some things. Like the gym, I'm gonna have to push myself several times before I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. It's become a habit, and I don't hate it, you know? With all that being said, it's just work. I'm just working on myself, y'all. I'm just working on myself. And I'm glad y'all here to watch. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you resonated with it. Even if you didn't, we here. Thank you guys for being subscribed and supporting me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.